Hey guys, welcome to today's video and also welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite complexion products that contain sunscreen. So these are some tinted products that I love to use on a weekly basis to even out my skin tone, something even in replacement of a foundation. Also, I love these because they give that dewy, glowy complexion to the skin, that skin-like finish that looks like your skin but better, and it just looks more youthful when you have that nice little glow going on with your skin. And now that we're coming into the winter months and we are now in the fall, it's nice to use products like this to give life back to the skin, because let's face it, during the dead of winter, we're lacking that glow and that dewiness. So it's nice to use products to achieve that look so that your skin just remains glowy and healthy all year round. Now, if you want to see a video where I share all of my favorite foundations and concealers that don't necessarily contain sunscreen, then please let me know in the comments below and I can totally film that at a later date. But I thought I would focus on complexion products that are more lightweight on the skin, that have that tint, but with that added sun protection, of course. So let's get right into today's video. Everything will be linked below for you for your reference, including discount codes and related videos. Please don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell, as I would love to have you all here long term. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well, as it really does help to support my channel. So the first complexion product is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. This is the one product in today's video where you would be able to achieve a full coverage look if that is what you want to do. The other remaining products in this video, you would have to use a lot of product to get to that full coverage look. I would say that this has the thickest formulation out of everything that I'm sharing today. I love the It Cosmetics CC creams. I've been using these for years, and I have two types of formulations here. So this is the original formula, which will give your skin that skin-like finish. This is the illumination formulation, which of course will give more of that luminosity, more of that glow, that reflectant to the skin. Yes, there is a little bit of a shimmer in the formula, but I promise you, you're not super sparkly. You're not. It's just when that sun hits your skin, it just reflects and it just adds more of that glow to the skin, which I really love. So that is the difference between the two. There is a matte formula, which I have tried before in the past. I wouldn't say that that formula is super mattifying. I would say that that one is more skin-like, but a little bit more matte than the original, but it's not super matte. So I just thought I would mention that because there is another option, and I just love these two the best. Now, these have an SPF 50, and all of these contain a titanium dioxide of 9% and a zinc oxide of 6.3%. I love these because if you do have redness, this formula does a good job to eliminate the redness, and it really helps to even out your skin tone. If you want more of that full coverage look, I would recommend to apply these with a makeup brush, like a foundation brush, for more of that full coverage. If you want more of that light to medium coverage, then I would say use a damp sponge or a damp beauty blender, and that's typically my go-to when I'm using this product, but sometimes I will use a foundation brush. If you want that full glam, then use a foundation brush. This just gives your skin that skin-like finish, and it just looks so natural and beautiful. And I really love these formulations. Now, I do have two shades here. I have shades Fair and Light. In the late fall, and then obviously during the winter months, I have to mix Fair and Light together to get a custom shade. In the summer, I'm strictly just light. Medium, way too dark. I could never wear medium. That shade is just way too dark for my skin tone. Even if I have a self tanner on and I'm at my darkest, medium is just way too dark. So I just thought I would mention that in case you have a similar skin tone as I do. So if you are looking for a nice complexion product where you can get full coverage, then I would recommend the It Cosmetics CC Cream. Also, I should mention that some of the complexion products that I'm sharing in this video, I have applied on my skin in past videos, and I do have a few videos where I am using the It Cosmetics. So again, in my description box below, underneath related videos, or keep watching, I will insert the videos in which I am using some of these products. So if you want to see the application before you purchase it, then of course you'll have that opportunity to do so. The next product is the Colorescience Flex Line. This is an SPF 50 all mineral with a zinc oxide of 12%. This comes in 4 shades. I have shades fair as well as medium. So in the summer months, I use mostly medium with 1 or 2 drops of fair to tone down that medium, because if I were to strictly use medium even when I'm at my darkest, I sometimes find there's just too much color on my skin, so I like to tone it down by adding 1 or 2 drops of fair. In the dead of winter, I will use mostly fair with 1 or 2 drops of medium just to add some color back into my skin, because fair is a little bit too fair for my skin tone in the dead of winter. So I do like to mix 1 or 2 drops of the medium, and then it's the perfect match. And I really like the way that my skin looks when I just add that 1 or 2 drops of medium. But of course, just find one shade that matches your skin tone. But if you fluctuate a lot with your skin tone, then I would say you might have to pick up 2 shades. You might. You may not, but you might. It just depends on what your preference is. Now, this will provide your skin with that light to medium coverage. You could achieve a full coverage with this, but you would have to apply a lot of product. I did this before and I had to apply a lot, and then when I did that, my skin didn't look natural. It looked very makeup-y. It was just sitting on top of my skin, and that to me does not look natural. So I would try to do more of that medium coverage if you want more coverage, and then go back in with a concealer afterwards just to touch up any areas that this possibly didn't cover. And by doing that, your skin will look more natural, and I do this all the time. And there is a product in this video where I will recommend that you can apply on top of these types of products if you need additional coverage. But this really is a lovely formulation. It never disappoints. It does cover up redness and post-acne marks pretty well. I have this on my skin today, and I've been using this in replacement of foundation since the spring months. And I just love how it makes my skin look. Of course, I have some blush and bronzer, but everywhere else is just this. So mostly medium with 1 or 2 drops of the fair, and it just looks like my skin. It doesn't even look like I have foundation on my skin. That's how natural this looks, and I love it so much. So if you're looking for a really nice tinted sunscreen that has that SPF 50 with 4 shades to pick from, then you need to look into this. This is lighter in texture compared to the IT Cosmetics. It's more of a liquidy lotion, and I do have a video on my channel where I apply this to my skin. So if you want to check out that video, like I said, I will have it listed below for you. Next is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. This is all mineral with a zinc oxide of 12%, and the color range here is a lot larger, so there's a lot to pick from. But of course, I am in between 2 shades, so I have 2 shades. So this is the shade Tulum. I also have Aura, so depending on what season we are in, I might do more Aura and then a couple of drops of Tulum, or vice versa. But I like this a lot because it has that squalene ingredient. It has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. This is actually really nice for fall and winter because of how moisturizing it is. So if your skin is ever tight, it is on the drier side, this would be a great option to go with. This will give that light coverage. You could get to a medium coverage, but you would have to apply quite a bit. Not full coverage at all, so just keep that in mind. But this will give your skin that true glowy, dewy complexion. This is not matte. Eventually, this might dry down skin-like, but it takes a really long time to get there. So if you don't like that glow and that dewiness, then either don't use this, or you might have to powder up in certain sections once this is applied and once your makeup is all finished. But it really is a nice option. It has a dropper style type of packaging. I do have a video on my channel where I'm applying this, and it really does give that nice, healthy, natural look to the skin. It does help to even out your skin tone, but again, remember, it's more of that light coverage. So if you wanted to go in with a concealer afterwards just to touch up some areas, you totally could. And I love it, I really do. And I like how there's a larger color range with this one as well. The next product is by Drmtlgy. This is the Physical Tinted Moisturizer SPF 44. This is water resistant up to 80 minutes. It has a zinc oxide of 10% and a titanium dioxide of 5.5%. It will protect your skin from both UVA and UVB rays. So it's a moisturizer with that tint, but also it has that built-in SPF. So a little bit of everything, and I really like this option for when I just want to use something and not have to mix or match with other products. Now, the only thing with this is that I have to use this when I have a tan going on or if I have a self tanner. When I'm at my fairest, this doesn't quite match my skin tone and it does look a little unnatural. So in the dead of winter when I'm fair, I really can't use this unless I'm self tanning and you know my neck is tan from that self tanner, then I could use this. So I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that, because if you do have my skin tone or you're more fair than I am, this might look a little unnatural unless you are tanned, unless you are self tanning. So just keep that in mind. But I do like this because it is fragrance free. It has vitamin E in here. It's moisturizing for my combination skin. Even if you have normal to oily skin, I think you will still quite enjoy this. But if you have dry skin and your skin is feeling tight, this is going to be amazing. And this really is great for fall and winter as well because of the moisture that it gives. I would say that this provides a light to medium coverage, again, depending on how much you are applying. This isn't full coverage, I will say, but I did recently apply this to my skin in a video that I uploaded back in August, and I was actually applying some of the Drmtlgy tinted products onto my skin to create that perfect no makeup look. So if you haven't seen that video and you want to check it out and you want to see me apply this product as well as the next product that I'm about to talk about, then of course I will leave that video below for you as well as up here. But this is great and I really love this, again, when I have a tan already going on. And the last complexion product that I really love is also by Drmtlgy, and this is the Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41. So this is all mineral with a zinc oxide of 12% and a titanium dioxide of 10%. This comes in 4 shades. I have it in the shade Fair and Medium. Medium is the perfect shade for me personally. It doesn't matter if I'm at my fairest or if I'm at my darkest. Medium tends to work perfectly. Fair is also quite lovely, especially if I want that brighter under eye, then I will resort to fair. So if you want that brighter under eye look, then go with 1 shade lighter than what you would be naturally, and you will achieve that. The fair can be a little bit too bright, so sometimes if I use that, I put a concealer on top, something that's a little bit darker to tone down that brightness, but the medium, like I said, is just perfect, and this can replace your everyday concealer, or you can use it hand in hand with your concealer by using this first and your concealer on top. So I did feature this in that video that I was telling you about in August. So if you want to see me apply this to my under eyes, then go and check out that video. But I do also like to use this to conceal any discoloration that possibly one of these tinted complexion products didn't cover. I will go in with this instead of a concealer because, again, we're getting that sun protection, it's tinted, and it does a really good job to get rid of any extra redness, or let's say you have any blemishes, then this does a really nice job. And I like this a lot for the under eyes because your under eyes never look crepey. They remain moisturized, they have a little bit of a glow to them, so if you don't like that, just set it with some translucent powder, which I typically do. But if you don't like translucent powder, then just keep this as is. Your under eyes will look incredible. It doesn't really settle into fine lines, maybe a little bit like right underneath that lash line, but anywhere else it really doesn't settle. And my under eyes just look amazing when I use this. Also, it's going to treat, it's going to color correct any darkness, discoloration, but also this acts as a really nice eyeshadow primer as well, as it evens out your lids. Now, I do recommend to set your lids with a translucent powder once you've applied this to your lids if you wear eye makeup, because if you don't, I do find that your eyelids will crease, especially when you have like liner or shadow. So set this with powder before going in with your eye makeup. But this is wonderful, and again, it comes in 4 shades, and I just think this is absolutely amazing. So those are my favorite tinted complexion products that contain sunscreen. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you found it helpful. Hopefully I was able to introduce you to something new today. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask away in that comment section, and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Like I said, I use these a lot on an everyday basis instead of a traditional concealer and foundation, as these do a really good job to even out everything, and it just gives more of that natural look to the skin as well. But if you want to see my favorite foundations and concealers, please let me know in the comments below, and I can upload that at some point in the near future. But in the meantime, everything will be linked below for you, like I said, and I will will see you all in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all then. Bye guys.